Check that out. Wow. Yep, my lawn is going to be ice in a second. You guys all getting this? Check that out. That's hail. That's all ice. Holy Hannah. Wow. Check that out. Yeah, they tell my boys, do not come in from the barn. Oh my gosh. It just finally stopped. It sounded like someone was hammering. Check that out, you guys. Can you see that? Who else is getting slammed like that right now? Anybody else getting hail? Wow. Yeah, each of those are bigger than a dime. Probably the size of a nickel. Wow. Unbelievable. Anybody else getting hail out there? Woo! There goes part of my landscaping. Look at it floating down. Can you see that? Can you see it floating away? Oh my gosh. That's crazy. Crazy. Yeah, I don't know. Sun calling me in the barn to not come out. The boys are out shooting bow. And yeah. Hey Amber, how's it going? Hey Tammy. Yeah, anybody else here on have this? Wow. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Hey Marine, how you guys doing? Ah, damn. Unreal. Crazy. Hey. I was just gonna go live. So I might as well just go for it with you guys here. Holy smacks. Anybody else have that? Wow, wow, wow. That's like serious. Hang on, let me see if I can get this up here and hold it. Wow. Those were like the size of a nickel. I told my kids, I'm like, do not come out of the barn. Cover your heads. Holy smokes. What a way to kick it off. I didn't even get to tell this one, you guys. I was going to finish my Part 7 series of how to overcome problems, and to myself, what the heck was that? So I had to go live and check it out. So anyways, I'm going to quick jump into it. Without further ado, thanks for jumping on, you guys. Honestly, could not predict that storm to happen in the middle of this, but I was actually just going to jump on live to finish up my 7-part series for you guys on how to overcome problems. And I'm just going to jump right into it because we had 6 other ones to kind of help you go forward. And you know, I'm just going to cover them. The steps of it is first to be positive. If you have a problem, you have to think of it from a positive standpoint. Don't sit and sulk on it and ballyhoo or anything like that. And believe that you can overcome that problem. We're in a rough time right now in society, and there's a lot of people that are discouraged and, you know, have anxieties and everything like that. That, you know, reach out to that friend that needs that extra support. I know we can't go out and help. I have a daughter who's pregnant right now and different things that are happening. And I can't go help her with her little girl as much as I would absolutely love to. I just, you know, it's just not a happening thing for me with all this quarantine and all that stuff going on. But with problems and how to overcome them is learn from them. The problem that each person has right now in their life isn't the first thing that happened to them in their lifetime. So make sure that you learn from your problems from the past and make sure you're not repeating patterns. You know, that's so important. And that believe that you're bigger than your problem. You know, you can overcome anything. You absolutely can overcome anything. God is with you. You have to incorporate prayer into your problem. And there is a solution. There's a solution to every problem. You have to believe in the solution, that there is one for every problem. And really, you have to get in your mind that you're going to erase all doubts of it. You know, that you can overcome it. Never give up trying for a solution, no matter what the problem is. Some people are out of work and a job and they just feel hopeless and helpless. Um, I, my heart goes out to the change in the industry that's happening in our country right now and everything with this COVID. And I do pray that everyone stays safe out there. But if you're struggling with a job, you have to look deeper. If you're not taking yourself in, incorporating a home-based business for yourself, you're really missing the boat. You're just not seeing it. And by no means, everybody has their positions and jobs that they like to do. And if it's what you love to do, great, stay with it. But if you're not working from home and you're off or out of a job or your job's been omitted, that's really crucial. There's a lot of frontline workers right now. There's a lot of shakeup going on in our country, in our world. And people say, oh, they want to, I don't even want to get into politics part of it, but, people will say, oh, you want to blame the president. And he can't. He didn't create this. He didn't create this virus, but solve your problems and go forward by never giving up on them. Make sure that you really affirm to yourself your capability of solving a problem. If you're sitting there just bitching about it, that's just definitely not the way to go about it. You're not going to solve anything. Remember in the previous series that I said is write down your problem. Literally take a pen and write it down. This is my problem, or this is how I feel. Start writing, journal, and then break it apart. Decipher that problem to solve it. And it doesn't matter how big or small the problem is. If you don't omit someone from your life, you're just carrying shit around, and that you don't want to do that. You want to go forward. In this time right now, I've had so many people reach out to me and say, Jill, how do you stay happy about this? If this is going to be my last of days, I want to be positive. I want to make sure that I'm putting that positive out to people that are out there, I don't look at that way. I just respect the order of the stay home, stay safe, and, the quarantine, with the kids. My husband's an essential worker. He's out. My business has still been, I've been blessed because my business is still operating as normal, so I still work every day at home and just like, a lot of people have their children go out to school. I was a public school student, but I've homeschooled my children for 11 years. So the upshake of the kids coming home, for me, it was business as usual. Does that make me any more special than anybody? No. It's just that we took a different approach and a different route in our life than many others did. And that's fine. That's fine. And that's where, even with homeschooling, the schools finally got themselves in position, some of them, and got themselves links to help out the kids and online educational classes. And if you're struggling, I have a list. And I'm telling you, I have a list of things. If you're struggling for things to do with your children, or you're having a hard time, even and you're kind of maybe a little behind, I'll help you solve that problem. I have a list that's like 6 feet long. Literally, I'll send you the link. So would you like the link? If any of you are on here, if you're watching even on replay, put down and below, send me the educational links, Jill. Send me them all. I'll send it to you. It's literally, people that I've sent it to are like, holy crap, that's a long list. But anyway, so going back to solving problems, you have to kind of incorporate and cultivate the power to hear, to hear and listen to the quiet voice in your life. Don't just, come home and, have a bad day. I don't even know what troubles people are having, but if you have, and you're having challenges, reach out to me. I'll put you in my prayers, and help you get forward. But remind yourself that everybody has a disadvantage, and don't keep score that, oh, I've had mine are worse. There's always somebody that has it worse than you. There's always somebody that has it worse than you. And never forget that every problem really contains the solution within itself. If you keep, it's like being a fly on a wall and just bang, 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 bang. That fly keeps going, trying to get out of the window, and it keeps bopping itself on that window. That's called insanity. So if you're having troubles that are in your life or things that are happening and they're not going away, you need to take a different path. You need to try to find a different solution, because there is a solution to every problem. And and if people say, well, I just wish I didn't have problems, or I wish I didn't have, stuff like that, you'll have a time in this world where you won't, and you'll be in a cemetery then when you won't have problems. So solve your problems, people. Really, and this isn't me saying that my life is perfect. I've had a lot of stuff in my life that I've dealt with, but I've never quit and I've always gone forward. I've had marital issues. I've had different issues where people have slandered me out in society because they didn't like how I stood up for certain things. But you know what? God was directing me to a different place, something bigger and better. And every time it's always become better for me. And I was like, well, I'm not going to fight to open a door when the Lord opens doors elsewhere for me. And that's what each of us have to absolutely do. So practice, try and practice some meditation if you can. If your anxieties are getting to you with problems that you have and you can't solve them. There's a lot of shakeup with people that, even just their spouse being home more on a regular basis, they're like, oh my gosh, who is this person? That's going to happen to all of us when our children grow up and they leave the home and you're with your spouse alone and you retire someday. The word's called retirement, and everyone goes, oh, well, I already knew this stuff, Jill. Yeah, but I listen to a lot of people online complain and in their own life complain about things like that. So solve those problems. Don't keep going forward, and repeating the same thing, because that's absolute insanity. If people are telling you that something's wrong, hear them. Don't get defensive and take it all personal. Someone's probably trying to help you. So no matter what the difficulty is and someone's actually talking to you, they're trying to help you. So open your ears. And I'm not saying that I have the solution to you. What I am saying is the solution is within you if you actually go after it. So you really have to keep on believing, keep on thinking, and keep on praying that you can get there. But again, the most important thing that I want everyone to really get from this is that it takes effort and it takes action on your part to actually solve a problem. You cannot sit on your duff and cross your fingers and just wish and whatever, oh, that's going to go away. Take action, write that problem down, go for it, be positive about it, and really be honest with yourself. Be honest with yourself. Difficulties in friendships, relationships, financials. Are you spending too much money? Are your kids not listening? Yeah, my kids, they don't listen. I send them outside. I'm just kidding. But when you have that, you have to persevere. You have to have that accountability. I can tell you this. I cannot thank the woman enough. She was the most amazing woman in my life, was my mother. She was the most forgiving soul. And she held us accountable for everything, even the smallest of things. And, I'll be honest, I'll put this out there. There's a lot of people who thought maybe she was a BI. And there's a lot of people that thought I was too. But man, I can tell you this, and my son laughs when I say this, but when it hits the fan, people come to me to help them with their problems because I'll give them a solid solution and answer and help direct them. I can't give them the solution. I retract that. I can't give you the solution, but I definitely will help talk you through it into a better place. And if you're not, and you're having troubles that keep on going, find somebody that you trust in your life that you can reach out to and ask for that support that you need. Because even though you sit there and you say, okay, I've implemented, positivity, I've worked on self-development, I've taken, I've watched, online videos or courses to try to get myself to, inspire me more, to get motivated. I lost my job. I don't know what to do. There's so much available. And speaking jobs, just in that, I had a gal just join me. She was like, I never realized what you do was legitimate. It is. Because I sure wouldn't be doing it if it wasn't in the years that I've been. So, oh, absolutely, Gina. Yeah, you are so right. There are so many. And when you stop, I honestly, as sad as this COVID is, there's good that's going to come out of it, you guys. There is good that's going to come out of this. And you have to have faith and believe. But with this series, what I put up here about that there is a solution to every problem, when you put those action steps forward and you take those, you literally can conquer anything. You truly can. But sometimes the most important part is that people aren't willing to give it the time necessary. They want immediacy. It is not a point and click. It is not tapping on a mouse. You have to actively look at it and break it apart and take different directions and actions. The other thing that I found a lot of people that have reached out to me is that you have to actually talk to people. So if you're having trouble with somebody in particular, you have to talk to them. You know, I find a lot of people in my business that I do with network marketing, there's a lot of people that get into it, a lot of young individuals that start, and it's business. It's business. After running a horse ranch for 28 years, I can tell you this much, you guys, it takes perseverance. And it's, you know, people say, oh, you know, it's network marketing, such a cut word thing. And that's not, I don't want to get into, you know, what I do, but it is a business. The cutthroat part of it that I find out, what ends up happening is you get individuals that, like, let's just create a scenario. You're walking down the street and you're in a city and there's multiple brick and mortar businesses there and you're an owner of one of them amongst it. And let's say there happens to be one down the road that's very similar to you. Are you going to cutthroat? No. It's the welcoming part of being in business, being positive, encouraging people and going forward that's going to help keep your company open. And that's just it. You know, if you're dishonest, karma's going to come and grab you. Don't know when. I don't have the answer for that, but it's going to. Because you can't keep doing bad, wrong, and expect things to work out for the positive. You know, and you know, I've had in my business, I've had a lot of people say, oh, well, this, that, and the other thing. And I'm like, okay. And I always ask them, you know, well, clearly you're educated on what I do. I would love to hear more about it. And you know what? Usually that conversation's over very quick because they realize I'm not going to engage and argue with them. So that's how I solve my problems with my business part of it. That's the way I do it. I just incorporate positivity. So whether it's marriage, relationships, kids, financial, there's so many other problems, health, you know, each person that is responsible for solving that problem, let's just pray and hope and be supportive to them, because that's how we're going to get through anything, whether it's personal or global. You have to be supportive of where we're at. You know, I see a lot of people begging on our president right now, and I honestly think that if we were supportive, and it doesn't bother me what side anyone takes one way or the other. It doesn't bother me, because I can tell you this, that God knows that he's in that position right now. And I always say to the people that really rag on him right now, I'll say, you know what? Can you do any better? Imagine the problems and the decisions that man stepped into. And presidents of the past. Let's not just leave it on him. Let's go to ones of the past. You know, and someone says they have the solution, then why the hell aren't you in politics down there helping solve these problems? So that's the part of it, is people get online and they want to start a battle. Nah, don't do it. Don't do it. It's not worth your time. It's not worth your time. So anyways, how are you guys doing? I just want to ask that before I close. How is everybody doing with quarantine? Are you guys hanging in there? I've talked to some friends, which has really been difficult. And they've had serious numbers to where they're located just in abutting counties. I don't know. You know, it's a scary time. But how are you guys fending? Is everybody staying home? I live in the country, so I feel blessed. We're kind of one in, one out, and that would be my spouse. We've just stayed committed to that. And overall, just praying that everybody else does well. How are you guys doing? Drop down below. What are some of your struggles that you're dealing with during this? You know, I see people going, I wish I could get a manicure and a pedicure. Well, if those are your problems, man, I can help you. Oh my gosh, Debbie. God bless your heart with those two little boys. Keep them safe. Keep them safe. Absolutely. Just utilize the network that we have right now while we're here, and reach out to somebody who has some knowledge. If you don't know how to operate any of the systems, you can reach out to me. Absolutely. Just, you can even put a comment below and say, hey, Jill, I need some support. I need some help. I'll help you out. You know, I just did a big event with a large group of girls, and I put probably well over 300 hours into the event. And it was really to just reach out and help them, you know, and try to put good in the world and keep people from not being so concerned about businesses folding and so on and so forth. Oh, I know. I can't even imagine with Ben being out in the front line, Debbie. I literally pray for you all the time. Just Are any of you on here right now? Are you a nurse? Are you on the front line? You know, it's scary because even there's regions within the United States here that people are disrespecting the police officers. So they're trying to solve the problem by helping to with the social distancing to get this to go down. But there's people out there that are just flat out, they're not listening, not hearing. What can we do about it? What can we do about it is be responsible for yourself. Hey, Kayla, where are you working at? My husband is too, and so am I. I've been blessed. I work from home. I've been an entrepreneur for, boy, it's been pushing almost 30 years, you guys. 30 years that I've been self-employed. And I wouldn't want it any other way. Absolutely wouldn't want it any other way. Absolutely love it. Oh my gosh. Yeah. My husband just had a situation where a trucker had symptoms and they had to quarantine him. Not my husband, but the trucker with where he works. So it's, you know, it's becoming scarier and scarier on the forefront, but I don't have fear from it. I don't have fear from it because I got God with me. And, you know, I stay in touch with the people that are positive in my life. Counseling clinic. Yeah. Yeah, Kayla. You know, and just respecting those things and putting yourself out there, you know, at only when you need to. So it's just like the essential workers. They're helping others in that industry. You know, there'll probably be more changes. You know, even look at what's unveiling with the Care Relief Act that's coming to help small business owners that are out there. And all the information is not out. Everybody thinks it should be finalized. It takes time to put those packages together. But if you're a small business owner, I hope you are taking advantage of the relief program that our government is putting out for everyone. The the economic income disaster loans or the PPP loans. I'm sure they're probably going to be unveiling something for farm aid for the individuals that are still in agricultural as well. So, you know, they're doing their best on their front line to try to help solve the problems for people in this country to help battle this. I just stay positive. Stay positive, encouraging. Don't engage in negativity. That's the first action step that I told you in the very first series that you have to implement in solving any problem is to stay positive. You know, well, Jill, this sucks. I get it. It does. You think I don't want to be by my grandbaby and my kids? You know, I tell them, you know, you got this COVID stuff to deal with. You got me to deal with when this clears up because I'm going to give them the biggest bear hug. I'm not sure they're going to be able to withstand the squeeze, you know. How many of you guys have grandchildren that you're not seeing? Have you been online? Have you been online, you know, FaceTiming them? Has anyone? My granddaughter takes photos and I realize how flat, homely she catches me with these, you know, she catches me in these facial positions and she knows how to tap the photo so you can see it says taking photo. And she catches me in the worst dang positions, but I don't care. I don't care. This is me. I don't, you know, when you go to bed, I always think of the soap operas. Have any of you guys ever, when you were younger, some of the gals my age and stuff, and you watch the soap operas and you see these women laying and their hair is like perfect and they're in bed and their makeup's on, their lipstick's on, and they wake up and their eyelashes are on, you know. I don't do false eyelashes or anything like that, but, you know, I wake up, my eyes are red because I was rubbing them or... Life's real. Life is real. Well, that's about it, you guys. I just want to jump on and put positive out there into the world, and I hope that you can do the same thing and pay it forward. Maybe even go back to your timeline or go into your memories on your Facebook on the top right and click memories and go in them on the daily and omit the ones, you know, if you were in a bad state and you were negative, get rid of them, hide them, delete them, put them for only you. Let it be a learning lesson. And that was part of our series 2 on overcoming a problem, is to learn from them. You know, if you've been a person and you go searching for negativity on Facebook, you are a problem. You are a problem. Oh no, Jill, I'm just expressing myself, you know, express yourself, you know, or they have their opinions. We all do. I have my opinion. I do. There's no doubt about it. I have my opinion, and so do each of you. But you have to look within if you're going to solve those problems, you guys. So if you're struggling where you're at, in home, stay at home doesn't mean you have to stay in your house. You doesn't mean you also go out and start a party. Go outside, clip the trees, the suckers that are around your trees that are overgrown, clean up your garden, plan to plant some fruit and stuff like that and veggies this summer. Who's planting a garden this summer? I am so ready. I'm out of, well, no, I have a little bit of spaghetti sauce left, but who else cans on here? Do you can fresh fruits from your own home that you grow? I cannot wait. I cannot wait. I'm so looking forward to it. I can't see anybody's comments on here, so I'm just rambling with you guys and, just checking what my friends are up to. And I hope it's putting some positive in your life and passing some of your day to help you get through things. But my kids, just like I said, my boys just went out to shoot bow and arrow out in our barn. I have a large indoor arena. It's 72 by 152. So the boys are out there. It's like the world's largest indoor sandbox. That's what I call it. So can't wait till my granddaughter can come out, and I was kind of hoping this spring she'd be out there getting dirty in it with us, but she's not. She's home with her mama. She's home with her mama. Anything else you guys have been doing? I mean, UP friends that are on here, hey Janie, how are you with snow? Is it going away? You still dealing with snow up in the UP? Haven't been up there. Obviously can't get up there. So hopefully as soon as things let up that we can get up into that beautiful God's country up there. Say hi if you guys are on as well, and storms rolling through. But, love on your families and support your friends. Reach out to somebody who needs that help. Because it truly is better to give than it is to receive. All right, I've chatted long enough, you guys. I'm actually going to go call my granddaughter now. But you guys have a super day. And remember, there is a solution to every problem. And if you're just jumping on now, go back to the very beginning. Let me know you were on replay. If you have challenges and you just want some support and you want to vent to an unbiased ear, that's fine. Reach out. I'll listen. All right, you guys have a super day. I got a couple things I got to go take care of and wrap up my business, but just want to jump on and say hi and wish you all well, and stay safe, stay healthy, and we'll see you guys as soon as all this social distancing stuff lifts off. All right, take care. Peace out.